Hey, what's going on the YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS, so I'm back here again. Um, I don't even know what to call this. This is just like me ranting. I'm not gonna be ranting long because I've only got a small break between my lunchtime. But tonight, if you don't know, this is the series finale of the Vampire Diaries. This will be episode 16, and this will be it. You guys, like, since what was it, 2009? When it first came out to now, like, this is the culmination of everything, and I'm ecstatic to see what's gonna happen. I think that they did a lot to make sure that people didn't know, hey, what up, the dance party, but at the same time, like, I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm not ready either, you guys. Like, legit, like, I am very sad. It's funny though because I actually have like a video that I'm going to be doing before the finale. I'm actually going to do two different videos. I'm going to do one that's going to be an homage video for the Vampire Diaries just in general, and I'm going to fit together different clips, and I'm going to make that, and it's coming. I feel like I'm going to be a mess. I think we all are, especially depending on how it's going to be. This right here, this is a whole listing of information on, why I'm a Bayman shipper, why I believe that Bayman should be in game, why I think that everything kind of full circle could allude to that. But I'm not going to talk about that in this video. This is going to be a totally separate video, and I've got a lot of information to kind of back it up. Theories going around different things. So I guess let's go theories. A lot of people are speculating that Stefan's going to be the one to die, right? A lot of people are speculating that Bonnie's gonna die. I know for a fact that Bonnie's not gonna die just based on the clip that I saw. The clip that we saw, it showed that Bonnie's heart stopped, and that is most likely the reason why she was able to communicate with Elena. That was the reason why the dream sequence showed in the trailer alluded to that she was gonna be the one to die. But I don't think that they would sit there and have Enzo, basically hand her over to Damon, and her, having a willingness to live on her own, just to them to kill her again. That didn't make sense. I think it's honestly going to have to be Stefan, or it could be Matt Donovan. Like, Matt doesn't have anything left. He has nothing left. Matter of fact, the last season finale, he really wanted to just be with, the woman that he loved. And, like, his whole entire family line is gone, and that would be the saddest death for Elena to see. But then there's some people that think that Damon's gonna die. I just, for me, the only reason why I would think that Damon would die is if he decided to sacrifice himself for his brother and for everyone. It's weird as that sounds. Like, think about it like this, right? Elena's got the cure in her. Stefan's got the cure in him. They are the only two humans, right? So basically, Caroline would be a vampire with Stefan, who's a human, and Damon would be a vampire with Elena as a human. So it's like either Stefan's going to give up his, humanity, in essence, over to Damon, which he would do, but I don't think Damon would want that. I don't think that Damon would have that. As much as he said he's selfish, he's not selfish towards his brother or Elena or Bonnie. And I could see Damon sacrificing that, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of y'all shippers of, Stefan and Elena, y'all like, so that makes sense then they're going to be the ones that are going to be in game. I don't really know. I mean, I felt like Caroline and Stefan has worked to the bone. They had a great foundational friendship. They had a great, setup and everything. I think that they are meant to kind of thrive together. But this is the thing though, right? If that is the true case, that this is it for Stefan and Caroline, that this is their epic love story, then I could say the same thing about, Damon. Damon and Stefan were influenced by Elena to be something. Not that they weren't, but what they were capable of. And I know I was a Delana fan. I was a Delana fan hardcore until they went to the prison world. When they got to the prison world with Bonnie and Damon, and I sat there and I was like, you know what? I could ship that joint. I really could ship that joint. And I sat there and watched them, grow together, learn from each other, become friends. And it's like, when you think about a friendship, right, there are but so many depths to a friendship. Now, a friendship is very uncanny because it started off from hate to love. But that's the same exact thing that happened with Elena and Damon. Like they hated each other. Damon was attracted to her, because of the whole Catherine thing, but he wasn't devoted to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she became his friend first before he came to love her, and vice versa. It took a long time for her to come to really love him, in spite of the fact that she was with Stefan. She chose Damon over Stefan, even though she still loved Stefan. And what would be so much crazy symmetry for me is if Damon did the same thing. If he did the same thing and sit there and watch Bonnie, watch everything she sacrificed for him, everything she's done, what they've grown together with, he knows for a fact that she could bring him to being a different man than he is, and him just deciding, no, Elena, kind of thing. Like, that would be a shocker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would shock the heck out of me. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at y'all's chats, but I'm just trying to vent here because I don't know what's gonna happen. It's so many different things. Like, if Damon did die, I definitely would be sad. If Stefan would die, I'd be sad, but I know that I'd be happy at the same time because he at least got to live a normal human life, which he wanted. And I don't think Stefan can go back to being a vampire, you guys. I just don't see it. 2 hours is what they're saying, but they're saying maybe a little longer. Wait, so just correct me if I'm wrong. The episode is 2 hours long? So it's not just an hour? I thought it was just an hour for some reason. Hold on. 1 hour, they're going back to all the seasons. Episode 2, the episode is 2 hours. Oh, wow. Oh, man. My TVD heart. Oh, no. Hold on. I don't believe it. I gotta... Diaries. You joking, right? No, 1 hour. The first hour is cast interviews. Shout out to JVS on the way. So online again. Wait. What? You lucky. I wish I could go see that movie right now. I think it's like 11 o'clock show where I'm at. So I don't know. If it is 2 hours, that would be amazing. I think that's the perfect way, to round this out. Well, it does say, it does say, like, basically 2 hours. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, I don't know what to think now, because this is what they could do, real talk. Like, everything that we've seen as far as previews, all of it could be bull. All of it. Because they could take a time jump and show the progression of all the characters, which, if there's any sliver of a Bayman possibility, oh, thanks, Dorothy, I appreciate that, much love. If there's any sliver of a Bayman possibility, it deserves at least 2 hours worth to explain the reasonings why. Because as much as I would love for a Bayman situation, it cannot, rest on an hour for me to be like, okay, Damon just came to this recollection in the last episode and they waited until this epic moment to just, no. I think that Damon gonna have a bad feeling. Maybe episodes like an hour and interviews is one. I don't know. I don't really freaking know. But I do have another theory, right? So this is just my personal theory. One, I know for a fact that Bonnie's not dead yet. Her heart just stopped, and she was able to see Elena for just a short amount of time. Because if you look at the dress, that was the thing. You know what I'm saying? The second theory that I have, can I be your second best man, Chris? I was watching the trailer yesterday, and I was crying about tonight. That's what I was talking about, the trailer. The trailer showed, and it's been showing, Elena out of the coffin, seeing Stefan and Damon, and her hugging Damon, right? When do we know that happened before? That happened the end of the first season, and we all just were like, oh, wow, that kiss, and it was Catherine. That was freaking Catherine. What if this trailer that we've been watching this whole entire time was actually Catherine that we have been seeing? That is her ultimate way of messing with these men. They're like, okay, she's out, but she just has her somewhere else. and she's posing as Elena. Like the actual trailer and the preview that we seen. What if that's actually Catherine? I was like, that would be beautiful. so, I mean, no matter what, we're gonna definitely see, you know, Elena back. I just don't see. I could not believe that the first hour, you know, we're gonna see Elena. I just don't see that happening. John Gilbert, yeah, he's supposed to be in this. I think that JVS want to say thank you for being an authentic person, a YouTuber. So I'm gonna take your time. Oh, appreciate it, man. Ting, I got a fiance, bro. So peace be to you, dog. But the thing with it for me is that I feel like with what they're gonna do with Elena, they're gonna leave that for the back half. We're not gonna see Elena until later. We're just not. I just cannot believe that she'd already be out and then there not be some kind of ramifications or consequences for them to sacrifice themselves. Somebody gonna sacrifice themselves again. But I feel like Damon needs to have this, you know, well-rounded understanding that he cannot live vicariously through Elena. Yes, you can have somebody that makes you better and puts influence, but you can't have every decision you make govern the situation. I was sitting there going back and looking at other episodes with my fiance. We were going through 7 seasons. She's finally up to the 7th season, and I watched like the different things that Damon would do just to be close to Elena, just to do for Elena, and it was just like, what the heck, you know? Like, he can be able to be the best part of himself without her. Keeping the influence of what she put in her heart, absolutely, but he can be better without it. And it's like, for him to just be with her and him not get that understanding, it's just a cop-out for me. I wouldn't be invested in Delana if he didn't get that understanding for himself. You know what I'm trying to say? But with Stefan, it's like Stefan's been through it all, man. Like, I feel like Stefan's story is done. The other thing that I've heard rumors is that Alark and his kids are going to move over to the originals, and if they did that, I say that Caroline could potentially move over with him, which that'd be crazy. I don't know if that's going to happen. They wouldn't mention the school if they weren't going to do something with it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like school for the gifted kind of thing. But Bonnie could make it out and move over to the originals as well. And if they're gonna take Bonnie, right, move her over to the originals, and Jeremy's not gonna be that person for her, which Jeremy could very well come back. Bonnie could end up with Jeremy, you know, Stefan could end up with Caroline, and Damon would end up with Elena. But that's just too on the nose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that Damon needs to be with somebody just other than the person that he pines over, kind of like the Catherine situation. He has to learn something. That's just my personal opinion. If they did anything less than that, I would blame Julie Plec, because Julie Plec is like, oh, I'm a Delana fan, so we're just gonna forget any other possibilities like a Bayman, you know. Like, I was so pissed at Laura and Julie Plec for talking about, like, well, no, everybody is saying, you know, the chemistry between Kat Graham and Ian is like so magnetic, so we wanted to dull down their scenes. And I literally watched it. I literally watched the scenes with, you know what I'm saying, with Elena and Damon increase, and the scenes with Bonnie and Damon decrease. Like, it was like everybody else, they kept the same amount, but it was like they intentionally did that. And I was like, if the fans like it, you know what I'm saying, why won't you explore it? Like shows change based off of numbers all the time, but at the same time, like, if you go off the book, that's what's supposed to happen. It's not supposed to be Elena and Damon. But anyway, I'm ranting. I apologize. Needless to say, I'm sorry, so I'll spit. How long till you get married? Oh, a month. Exactly a month. Needless to say, I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. I got to get ready to go back. I got to get some food. So I'll talk to you guys a bit later. And would you upload your reaction to the finale tomorrow or tonight? You know what? For you guys, I'm doing it tonight. So everybody that's here, I'm going to be uploading my reaction tonight. Now, I'll ask you guys a question. In addition to doing, you know, like a specific singular. Was that somebody knocking? Anyway, doing a specific singular reaction, I was debating doing a stream. So having the stream go on with the laptop in front of me the entire time, so we're all watching this together, as an addition to me actually recording with my 4K camera. Let me know what y'all think about that. If you think that's a good idea, leave a thumbs up or yes or whatever. If you think that I should stream in addition to making a full HD reaction, so you'll get an HD reaction that'll have like the actual clip and episode with it, and then throughout the entire time I'll also be doing a live stream. If that's what you guys want, let me know. Okay, so all right, keep leaving those thumbs up. If I see 2 more thumbs up, then I'll do it definitely. Katie said yes. Carl said yes. So I guess I'm gonna be doing that. All right. So I'm gonna. Wow, there it goes. All right, you guys. So I'm definitely gonna do that. I gotta go. And if you've been enjoying this rant video, and definitely leave a like. I know you guys are like overexcited, just like I am. I will make a scheduled event for me going and do a live reaction. In addition to, I'll have to upload probably the HD reaction the next day because it's going to take a little bit of time. But we'll see. I'll try to do it all tonight. I will try not to cry. All right, you guys, I got to go. Peace.